Hi everyone, Q&A Friday. I apologize for the lighting. It is already later here. It's getting dark out, so I don't have very much natural light left. So you get the lovely yellow light of my dining room. Today's question was, how can I, as a special needs mom, still put self-care into action when I've had a really rough day? So I figured what better time for me to jump on and record this video when I've had a really rough day. This is me in my post-workout, post-shower, no big to-do. Just no makeup, nothing, so let's jump right into it. My day today was less than ideal. My son was sick with some sort of a stomach bug, so 50% of the time I spent with him in the bathroom, and then the other 50% I spent with him on the couch trying to keep him calm during multiple meltdowns. And if you know anything about autism, that's not the easiest thing to do, especially all day when he woke up at 2:20 a.m. this morning. So, long story short, my day today was quite rough, and everything that I thought I was going to do today completely went out the window. So, perfect day to answer this question for you guys. This is my son sleeping right now, my fancy video monitor. He's on the vent when he's sleeping, so I always have to watch him and be able to hear him at the same time. So even though I didn't get my workout in like I would have liked, and I didn't get to see the outside world today, it was still very important for me to put in some self-care after the fact, after he went to sleep. So what I ultimately did is I handed over the monitor to my older kids, and I did 10 minutes of stretching and then went upstairs and simply locked the door and took an uninterrupted 10-minute shower. That's it. That's all I did today for my self-care. I know that sounds like nothing, and you might have been expecting a bigger answer, but ultimately that's what this boils down to. What I'm trying to instill in you guys is self-care has different levels, right? So you might have some goals that require you to get a babysitter, which I know as a special needs parent is a challenge because there might only be a handful of people at best who can take care of your child. So those kinds of self-care goals might only happen every 6 months or so. So in my case, something I could think about would be go and get a massage. I would love to do that every month if I could, but it's simply not realistic at this moment in time at his age. I don't have anybody else to watch him except for my husband and my mother-in-law. So those are, my limitations, and I know those, but I still put that on my self-care goals because it is something that is important to me. It is something that I enjoy doing to really recharge my own batteries and feel better and know that I'm just as important as anybody else in my family. So keep that in mind. I still want you to set those higher goals that might only happen every 6 months. And then I want you to set goals that are a little bit more medium, that might simply be a matter of somebody's watching your kids while you're still at home. So you might take your phone and go step outside and call and chat with your girlfriend for an hour. You're not actually necessarily maybe having to leave the house, but you're still taking care of yourself and your needs and your values, and really owning your needs and wants, and setting those boundaries and setting those expectations with everybody else around you that you are just as important. So on top of that, I then want you to set some goals for days like today where everything goes out the window. Something that you can do every day, no matter the circumstance, no matter if you have outside help available or not. So goals like that could be as simple as maybe before you go to bed, you enjoy having a hot cup of tea because that relaxes you, or you read a few pages in your favorite book, or listen to some relaxing music. Whatever it is that allows you to kind of shut everything else out and move on and not linger on those stressful feelings, that's what you want to do every single day. And then the other goals, you take advantage of when you have the chance. It's not as simple as Most counselors will tell you, hey, set a date night and, set 1 hour each week for yourself to get out of the house. Well, that's all well and good. And those counselors could be great, but let's face it, unless you're living the special needs parenting lifestyle, those theoretical approaches don't really help you any because they're not very practical in our situations. We can't just call somebody up to come babysit our kids. It's not that simple. So I want you to kind of think outside of the box a little bit. What can you do for you even when you don't have help? Maybe it's as simple as your kids went to bed, like mine just did, and there's something you can do that you don't normally do throughout the day. Maybe you like painting, maybe you like journaling. Journaling is awesome because you can let your thoughts out of your head and write them down, and you can also use that to flip your thoughts. So if your thoughts are negative as you're writing, notice that and flip them around so your mindset starts to change over time. So long story short, I was trying to keep this under 5 minutes, but apparently I'm not able to do that. So set some high goals, medium goals, and very, very simple small goals that you can do on a day-to-day basis. And that's my challenge to you, and I hope that answers the question on how to take care of you when you're having a rough day as a special needs parent. I'll talk to you in the group.